Hey, what's up to everybody out there? Welcome back to another edition of the Roundtable Talk. I'm your host, C Money, and we are now in part 2 of our continuation of Hotspots in South Florida. And we are here at the beautiful Amelia Earhart Park, which sits in Hialeah, Florida. We're on the borderline of Hialeah and Opelika, of two amazing cities. Which I said in the first video, this park was named after a lovely lady who was the first female aviation lady to fly around the world, and we did a little background of her at the beginning of part 1, and we are now crossing back over. There's the playground area and there's the cave, which we did in part 1. There's the boat rentals, which are normally called paddle boats. There are a bunch of ducks over here, and we're gonna go walk another part of. I believe there is an area. The general store was in the back. If you've paid attention to part 1, you've seen the general store. We're gonna go over here now. I think the boat rentals are only open on the weekends. Oh, they have food here. Well, I'm not going to get no food here because there is another stop I want to make. So I'm not going to really get no food here because I got to make some more stops. I'm going somewhere else after here. So I'll get my food from elsewhere. Oh, I guess the vending machines have been removed because I see the little cages where the vending machines used to be at. And they got removed. Ice cream, food, and boat rental is here. We're going to go walk. That's the snack area where you go order food. The park office. They have food here, but I'm not going to get nothing from here. Well, this is one of very few parks where you can order food at, because most parks, they don't probably have food, or they only probably have vending machines where you can only buy snacks and sodas and stuff. But I almost failed. I forgot I didn't see that there was an actual step there. Well, most of these parks, they only have vending machines. Some of them don't even have vending machines. They just have those little water fountains where you can get water at. When I visited Grinnell's Park, when I went to Grinnell's Park, and I did, when I did the episode at Grinnell's Park and stuff, they only had the water fountains. And I don't too much care for the water fountains in the park because those are like room temperature water. And even though they say when you're thirsty, you're supposed to drink water at room temperature, you're not supposed to drink it cold. But I'm used to drinking cold water, so I don't like to drink the water from places like that. I like to get my water, like, if it's plugged up to a wall and it has a machine to it that keeps it, cold, I like it like that. At one point here, they was doing water sports here where you can do like jet ski water sports and stuff like that. They was doing it here. I don't know if they still is. We're gonna go find out. We're gonna walk this way. Right now, I guess I'm gonna take a brief pause because right now I'm gonna have to do some walking, and to keep the video from going over its 30-minute mark, we're gonna have to take a brief pause. There is the playground that I stumbled upon when we was coming in. So yeah, we're gonna take a brief pause in this part 2, and we're gonna walk around. And when I come up to something interesting, we're just gonna take a brief pause because, as you know, when I do videos like this, I always take a pause in the video, so so you won't have to see me walking, and then it cuts down the show in half instead of walking, and then by the time I walk, that's the whole show, and then I end up the show being over because like, oh, the show's over now because I walked the show. I've walked around the whole venue and now the show is up, so there's nothing interesting here. So we're going to take a brief pause and we're going to come back to Roundtable Talk in Earhart Park. Okay, took a break, took a pause, You know, this is the dog park. What they call it, the Bark Park. And it is sponsored by Pet Supermarket, proud sponsor of Miami-Dade Park. So Pet Supermarket is one of the sponsors for this, and they're having an event here, I believe, here in, you know, this park. So this is the dog park. The sky looks like it's going to rain, but it's not going to rain. I did check the weather report, and it said it's supposed to be sunny throughout the whole day. And I'm just giving you an outlook of the dog park. I'm gonna walk around a little bit more. With this dog park, it don't seem like how most dog parks would seem, because normally dog parks will have stuff the dogs to do. You know, they have a water fountain for the dogs, and then a little dog water park for. Now the dog is walking at me. The guy threw the water on the dog. That's funny. He threw his water on the dog. That's funny. Okay. Now we're gonna go onto another part of it. Honestly, this park may be big from what I expected. There are a lot of big parks in Miami. If you have a big park in your area and you know the size of the park, and if you want to post a video of it, feel free to comment. roundtable00@yahoo.com. Don't forget, comment at the bottom of this one. This is part 2, and if you want to comment at the bottom of part 1, if you ever been to this park, share your experience with this park. I don't think I have any memories of experiences of this park, but like I said, I grew up in the northern part of Miami-Dade. You know, the two malls I frequent, like I told you, I frequent as a little kid, was Westland Mall and 163rd Street Mall. Westland Mall is east of here and 163rd Street. No, Westland Mall is west of here and 163rd Street is east of here. And those were my childhood malls that I frequented. Aventura was another kind of frequently mall, but I didn't frequent as much as I did 163rd Street Mall and Westland. And I did a video on both of them. You know, I did the video of Westland Mall when I said the return of Radio Shack, because they have a Radio Shack there. And I did a video of 163rd Street Mall when, you know, I said that the mall is dead and gone. And I've recently visited 163rd, and it really is dead and gone, but, you know. All right, we're coming up to another area of the park. I think this is the dog park, still the area for the dog parks, but the kids frequently over here because they have that little thing right there where the dogs can go in and out, and I guess the kids go over there and do aquatic sport. So I believe this is the area where they do the water sports. This park is actually big for what it is, and I'm amazed because, remember, I have not been to this park. Oh yeah, there's the water sports right there. Somebody's doing the water sports. Oh, and this is probably another concession stand. Yeah, they have the water sports. So we're gonna take a close look at that. Right now, I see something that is interesting, and I need to go this way to get into it because I didn't know. And as you realize, it's been a minute since I've been in this park. This way to Miami Water Sports Complex, that's that way. They have train rides. Right now we're gonna come up on the train rides. As you can see, we're gonna take a look at the water sports, but they have train rides. Okay, you're gonna see one coming towards this way. Okay, let's get an understanding. All right, kids, you better move out of the way. The little choo-choo train or the little train ride is coming. Oh wow, this is amazing. This is really amazing to see that they actually do rides. Little train ride for the kids. Okay. So I guess this part of the park they do the train rides. I guess that's where you get the water sports from this location. I couldn't do water sports. I mean, you obviously, I can tell you why. And I'm going to say it for here on now. I do not know how to swim, and I would be afraid to be doing the water sports, and I don't know how to swim. Even though this looks like a zip line that you hold on to while you're doing the water sports, but I can honestly tell you, I will freak out. I do roller coasters, I do extreme rides, but this is something, well, not extreme rides, meaning that I won't do nothing like a sky coaster where they drop you, or do something like a mega drop or something like that. But I do roller coasters and stuff to where it's interesting, but I could not do something like this. Okay, now I think we're gonna have to take a little break because I want to go to the other side, on that side where they have everything that I see. This is the Gretny Expressway. I hope I'm saying it right. The Gretny or Gretny. I call it the Gretny Expressway. Northwest 57th Avenue Red Road is coming up next. That, when you get off of that exit, you'll be on the borderline of Hialeah to the south and Miami Lakes to the north. So you're actually, and then there's a portion of this expressway where you can see the actual park, which is right here. And also 57th Avenue is kind of near and dear to me because I'm going to give you some more personal information about me. I'm a graduate student of Hialeah Miami Lakes Senior High School, which is predominantly west of this park. So if you go down the Gretny Expressway, now you can't see it, but a portion of the park sits south of, the school, Hialeah Miami Lakes Senior High School, sits south of the Gretny Expressway. So where the expressway sits, it's the football field for Hialeah Miami Lakes. And of course, that was my high school. No, I didn't live in Hialeah and I didn't live in Miami Lakes, but there is more to that, and I'll probably tell you in the near future. Okay. I'll tell you. I was born and raised in the city of Opa-locka, and in Opa-locka, depending on your location, there wasn't really a high school for the Opa-locka kids. The only high school they had was Monsignor Edward Pace High School, which was a private school, and that's where people, that's where it was a private school for kids who wanted to go to a private school, and also it was for a school that I recently found out a while back that if a kid got kicked out of public schools, their parents would send them there, even though I guess they have to pay for it or something. But that's where their parents would send them, and depending on your area of where you stayed at, majority, like 80% of the Opa-locka kids got bused to Hialeah Miami Lakes. So Hialeah Miami Lakes considered, it was a high school for the the north end residents of Hialeah, the south end residents of Miami Lakes, and the majority, 80% of the residents of Opa-locka. And it was a headache. But it was my childhood, it was my teenage life. Okay, we're gonna take a look at the zip line, not the zip lining, but the water sports for a little bit. You see there, they're doing water sports. This is actually cool. I thought it was something like you're holding on to a boat and the boat is gonna take you across the water, and you're holding, like how most people do with the boats. But they're actually doing this. Nobody's actually going up the ramp. For you to actually do this, you have to be a pro at doing this, and I'm not a pro at doing this, so there's one with the boat. Okay, there's one with the boat. Okay, but the ones that people are doing here, they're doing it, and they have a walking area where you can walk. Oh wow, that's interesting. We're gonna take a brief pause where we're gonna watch them because we're gonna take a brief pause and then we're gonna come back. I might have to do a part 3 because this is a big part. So I might have to. Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. No, he's going. Oh, he did the rap. He did the rap. He did the rap. He did the rap. Okay. Now we're gonna do a brief pause because I do remember now there is a nature trail here. So we might do the nature trail. So I might have to do a part 3. No problem. Go ahead. Is he gonna do the ramp? 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 There is a nature trail that I remember here. So we're gonna do a part. We might have to do a part 3. I'm sorry, we might have to do a part 3. But we're gonna take a brief pause and then we're gonna come back. And this is the roundtable talk. We are at the great Amelia Earhart Park, and I'll see you in a little bit. Yep, it's me. You know what it is. Yep. Okay, now we're coming up to where it says the trail, nature trail. It says Razor Pack South is closed, which I don't know what that means. Amelia Trails, day-to-day updates can be found in our Facebook page, rideamelia.com. Bike trail routes, helmets are required, trails are all one way. Obey all posted trail caution signs. No alterations of any trail or terrain is permitted. No trailblazing. Riders yield to pedestrians. Slow riders must yield to fast riders when asked. Fast riders must ask slow riders for their right of way. Riders not respecting the rules will be asked to leave the park. Ride trail at your own risk. Be safe. Biking is dangerous sport. Amelia Earhart mountain bike. This is a big trail. I guess I have to get a map. This is a big trail. Yes, we're gonna have to do a part 3 because this is I guess that's there for like no vehicles allowed. But yes, they do have a nature trail here. This is mainly a bike trail. But once again, we're gonna have to take a brief pause because now we're going into trail area. And as you know, when I do my nature trail walks and stuff like that, I do pause the videos to give us extra way of cutting down the time. So I will see you hopefully in less than a minute. And it's not hot. The sun is not beaming out here, which I like, but I hope it doesn't rain. Ooh, excuse me. Had to sneeze a little bit. I guess whatever is out here I'm allergic to a little bit. Well, here's what it is. There looks like there's some duck off trails, but that was all part of what they were saying. Do not alterate trails, meaning do not make your own trail. And this is, of course, the Grant Neat Expressway. Don't alternate or don't make up your own trail, which in a way some of these trails are actually man-made, but due to weather conditions and the climate change and hurricanes and stuff like that, a lot of these trails probably have been destroyed, because you see a lot of these trees are leaning and are out of the ground and came up out of their roots. And that's because, like I said, of everything. Ride at your own risk. Amelia Earhart mountain bike trails. So there's a one-way, meaning you can't go that way, but you have to go this way. Okay, so we'll start off coming this way. Let's see what we can get into. I don't know if you can actually walk this way, because it looks like it's basically for bikes. And if it is, we're gonna have to turn around and go back, because apparently we're probably not supposed to be here. And of course, if this is a long trail, we're gonna be. But right now, let's take a brief break, and then we're gonna come back. This is the Roundtable Talk. I am C Money at the Amelia Earhart Park, part 2. See you in a few seconds. Hey, it's me. Welcome back. Just took a brief pause. When they say this is a mountain bike trail, they really mean it's a mountain bike trail. But there's a biker coming towards me, so I'm gonna let him pass by me. Go ahead. Right. Ooh. Almost slipped and fell there. Oh my God, I almost slipped and fell. Almost slipped and fell. So wait. How do you... That's the wrong way, so let's go this way. Okay, I'm not going to take another brief pause. I just wanted to give you an outlook of this. Now I have sand and rocks or whatever in my shoes, so, you know, wrong day to wear socks, wrong day to wear white. Oh, this is why they call it a mountain bike trail, because this is like a one-way bike trail. And basically, this is only for people who have bikes. If you don't have a bike, I wouldn't recommend this. I'm just doing this to give you an outlook of it. This is my first time actually coming in here. As all the times that I've been in this park, this is my first time coming this way. So, this is going to take a brief another pause, and we'll come back. Roundtable Talk. Amelia Earhart Park, your host, C-Money. Okay, we're back. I did a cut through because there are some of these parts of the trail that you can do a cut through. This says Key Biscayne Intermediate. Helmet required kids trail. There's a kids trail. And that's for the beginners. But I'm going through this trail when I'm stuck in. But I cut through, and you're probably gonna, today I'm gonna cut through some of the trails here to get where I'm going. There was a cut through back there that could get me back to the front of where I needed to go, but I just decided this is really and I have to correct myself. I do apologize. This is not a nature trail. This is a bike trail. This is more for bicyclists. The pedestrians can come this way and walk it, but this is more for bicyclists. You know, I'm doing this trail because, see, this was a cut through. I can cut through to get to this side. Then instead of walking around, I'm just going to cut through here, because all it is the curve to get to this way. That's why I say there's a lot of cut throughs. But I'm doing this video through this trail because I'm going to give you a outlook of this trail, because part of being the host of this show is to show you things, and part of Hotspots in South Florida is show you different areas of what we're doing, like the nature trails and stuff. You see different areas. See, there's one of the bicyclists that cut me, that passed by me. But I'm not tired yet because the sun is not out and it's not beaming. Woo! Look at this steep. Look at this steep. Look at this steep. When I tell you a normal person could not take this, this is a bike ride. So we're going to take another pause and we're going to come back. If I do find another exit to get back to the main part, I probably would take it, because right now I'm thinking that this is going to take me a minute to do, because this trail looks like it's a long trail. A long trail. And so I might have to take precautions and go. Okay, I'm going to take another brief pause. We're going to come back. Roundtable Talk. C-Money. Okay. I'm at one of the areas where I can cut through to get back to the beginning of it. So that's what I'm going to do. Because if I do this nature trail, it'll probably take me another 30 minutes or so to get through this trail. So I'm going to cut through this to get back to the main part. If you want to do the bike trail, you can do the bike trail. If you have a video of you doing the full bike trail here, you can load it, upload it, and give your feedback and comment. I guess there's benches here for people who does the bike trail. But honestly, I have to go back over to this side, and pretty much I gave you a little bit of outlook of what the bike trail looks like. I had to correct myself because it is not a nature trail, it is a bike trail. And there are cutoff spots where you can um like cut through, but that's for pedestrians, because they tell you, they have those signs that say one way and all that. So you have a better understanding of what the bike trail looks like. It can be accessible by pedestrians, but the thing about pedestrians is it will be a mini dangerous, like a mini dangerous walk, and also it will be not a mini hazardous, and also it will be where you'll have to watch yourself, because the trail is basically designed for a bike to go through, and it's not designed for like how you can have 3 or 4 people walking at the same time like a regular trail. It's designed for like a bike to go through, so it's like a mini road, like a mini dirt bike road. So that's basically what it is. Now we're just gonna walk back. Yes, we're gonna do a part 3 of this. Yes, because this is the nature trail took up most of everything, so we're gonna do a part 3 of this. So yes, we're gonna do a part 1. We did a part 1. This is part 2, and we're gonna do part 3. That is the entrance of the nature trail. It's actually kind of cool out here, because for the past couple of days it's been cool. Even though the sun has been out, it actually is a kind of breeze out here. So that's kind of interesting. I will stop and get me like maybe a lemonade or a snack or something. You know, I won't eat heavy because I am making another stop as I leave here. Like I'm got other things to do, so I'm gonna make another stop. But it is kind of breeze. Like the sun is out now, but it's not too out, and plus it's a kind of breeze coming through. So it's actually, because you know, as most people know, in most states it is still winter. Only thing about Florida is, and South Florida is, we get that how you call it? We get that iffy weather, that strange weather. Meaning one day it'll be cold, the next day it's hot. 2 days it'll be cold, the next day it's hot. Then you get like 3-4 days of coldness, then and 3-4 days later it's hot. You know, you get that strange iffy weather. You know, I can't think of the name that the call it now, but you get that strange iffy weather. And we're back here by the motorsports. We're gonna go over there to the entrance by the motorsports to look at the motorsports and see what they, you know, by the entrance, because I think there's another snack shop there or somewhere where you can purchase food and stuff. And this is like the back part of, yeah. That actually, the bike trail is kind of interesting, and I liked it because, you know, I'm a fan of nature trails, and I'm a fan of, you know, I'm a fan of nature trails and nature walks and stuff like that, because it's more relaxing and it's like clears you out, and you know, you can actually, you know, see things and stuff. You just got to be prepared to know that there are wildlife and critters that live in those nature trails, so you have to be mindful that you will probably see an iguana or something of that nature, or flies and stuff, you know. And I'm wearing shorts, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because wearing shorts in a nature trail like that, the flies and the critters or the mosquitoes can get you. So that's another thing. There's another person riding the bikes. You good? Yeah, you good. I guess they feel like they was gonna run into me, so I moved to the side. But last time I did it, when it was me, my mom, and my sister-in-law, we actually had a bike, and my mom had to pedal for a little bit, but she didn't pedal much. If you out here with a person that don't know how to pedal, your best bet is to get a 2-seater. Don't get a 4-seater. You want to get a 2-seater, because you don't want to be pulling if you get more than one person with you, yeah, I would do a 4-seater, but I would rather get like a 2-seater if you have somebody that don't know how to, that really don't, it's not a peddler, because you know my mom is up in age, so it's like, it's hard for them, you know, and stuff like that. You know, it will tire people out as you get older. But okay, so it's now time to say see you, and it's now time to end this part and go to part 3 of Amelia Earhart Park, because this is a big park, and with that with that bike trail, it became bigger, and we're gonna go from there. This is the Roundtable Talk. I am your host, C Money. I will see you in a few minutes for part 3 of the Amelia Earhart Park, and this is Roundtable Talk. See you in under a minute. All right.